Welcome to IT Boost YouTube channel. C++ Programming Lesson 1 Introduction and Basic Input Output. C++ is a middle-level programming language developed by Bjorn Stroustrup starting in 1979 at Bell Labs. So there are three types of program. One is low-level language, high-level language, and the middle-level language. So C++ is a middle-level programming language. C++ runs on a variety of platforms such as Windows, Mac OS, and various versions of Unix. Right? C++ can run on different operating systems. This tutorial adopts a simple and practical approach to describe the concept of C++ for beginners to advanced software engineers. So we say, why to learn C++? C++ is must for students and working professionals to become a great software engineer. I will list down some of the key advantages of learning C++. C++ is very close to hardware. So you get a chance to work at low level, which gives you to lot of control in terms of memory management, better performance, and finally a robust software development. So initially also I told there is a middle language. Middle language mean it can work on high level and low level. Low level mean the machine language can work with the hardware. So C++ can work with hardware as well as high level also in the software side also. C++ programming gives you a clear understanding about object-oriented programming. You will understand low-level implementation of polymorphism when you will implement virtual tables and virtual table pointers or dynamic type identifications. So not to panic about these words in the initial state, what is polymorphism, what is virtual tables, what is table pointers. We will learn those things later. Just at the moment learn the words, just to know the words. Right? C++ is one of every green programming languages and loved by millions of software developers. If you are a great C++ programmer, then you will never sit without work, and more importantly, you will get highly paid for your work. C++ is the most widely used programming languages in application and system programming. So you can choose your area of interest of software development. C++ really teaches you the difference between compiler, linker and loader, different data types, storage classes, variable types, their scope, etc. There are thousands of good reasons to learn C++ programming. But one thing for sure, to learn any programming language, not only C++, you just need to code and finally code until become expert. Right? If you want to become expert, that is what I am telling to all the students. You have to code and you have to become expert. You have to code, you have to practice in coding. Then only you will become expert. Right? So let me see the applications of C++ programming. As mentioned before, C++ is one of the most widely used programming language. It has its presence in almost every area of software development. I am going to list a few of them here. Application softwares. You can use the C++ for developing applications software development. C++ program has been used to developing almost all the major operating system like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, right? In C++, we can develop operating system also, like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, any operating system, Unix or whatever. Apart from that, the operating system, the core part of main browsers like Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, have been written in C++. I think you know about the Firefox, the browsers, the Google Chrome, all are written in C++. C++ also has been used to developing the most popular database system called MySQL. So MySQL, if you know something about MySQL, is the popular database software that is also developed using the C++. Programming languages development. C++ has been used extensively in developing new programming languages like C#, Java, JavaScript, Perl, Unix, C Shell, PHP and Python, anything, right? So that is the base, right? From when you learn C++, it's easy to understand the other languages like C#, Java, JavaScript. That's why in the educational institution, initially they will teach the C++. Computation programming. C++ is the best friends of scientists because of the fast speed and conceptualization efficiency. Games development. C++ is extremely fast, which allows programmers to procedural programming for CPU intensive function and provide greater control over hardware, because of which it has been widely used in development of gaming engines. Embedded system. C++ is being heavily used in developing medical and engineering applications like softwares for MRI machines, high-end CAD or CAM system like that. This list goes on. There are various areas where software developers are happily using C++ to providing great softwares. I highly recommended you to learn C++ and contribute greater softwares to the community. Right. So we told about the OOP, object-oriented programming, right? So object-oriented programming, we can say OOP, right? C++ is fully supported object-oriented programming, including the 4 pillars of the object-oriented development: encapsulation, data hiding, inheritance, polymorphism. So at the moment we are not going to learn about this, right? At the end of the lesson we will learn what is object-oriented, the concept of the object-oriented. But these are the terms, these are the 4 pillars or the main terms in object orientation. At the moment just learn the words, the term of the words, right? Later we will learn what is encapsulation, what is encapsulation, what is data hiding, what is inheritance, and what is polymorphism. Standard libraries, right? Standard C++ consists of 3 important parts. The core language is giving all the building blocks, including variables, data types, and literal, etc. The C++ standard library giving a rich set of functions, manipulating files, string, etc. So in C++ there are standard libraries, right? That is that is one of the core, right? That is important, right? All the things are developed and it's already created, like files, string, there are a lot, right, etc. The standard template library, STL, giving the rich set of methods, manipulating data structure, etc. The ANSI standard. The ANSI standard is attempt to ensure that the C++ is portable. That code write for Microsoft compiler will compile without errors using compiler on Mac or Unix, a Windows box or an Alpha. The ANSI standard has been stable for a while And all the major C++ compiler manufacturers support the ANSI standard. ANSI standard means American Standard National Standardized Institution, right? So it's a standardized language by ANSI. Learning C++. The most important thing while learning C++ is to focus on concepts. The purpose of learning a programming language is to become a better programmer, that is to become more effective at designing and implementing new systems and at maintaining old ones. C++ supports a variety of programming styles. You can write the styles of Fortran, C, Smalltalk, etc. In any language, each style can achieve its aim effectively while maintaining a runtime space efficiency. So use of C++. C++ is used by hundreds of thousands of programmers in essentially every application domain. C++ is being highly used to write device drivers and other software that rely on direct manipulation of hardware under real-time constraints. C++ is widely used for teaching and research because it's clean enough to successful teaching of basic concept. That's why previously I told any institution they start with the C++. So when you learn the C++, you will get the clean concept of all other languages, programming languages. Anyone who has used either an Apple or Macintosh or PC running Windows has indirectly used C++ because the primary user interfaces of these systems are written in C++. They are using Windows or Apple Mac computer. All these operating systems are primarily used the C++. Right, now we'll see how to set up our environment, the C++ environment in our computer. So we are going to learn C++ programming. So we are going to write C++ program. So we need to set up our computer environment. So we'll see. If you are still willing to set up your environment for C++, you need to have the following two softwares. One is a text editor, right? Like Notepad, WordPad. There are a lot of text editors, right? You know, right? And the file extension will be the file extension .cpp. Better to give .cpp, right? The typical name is .cpp, right? When you are saving the text. C++ compilers. This is an actual C++ compiler which will be used to compile your source code into a final executable program. So if you write any program, you need a compiler. You have to compile that onto the machine language, right? C++ language. So we need a compiler. So most of C compiler don't care what the extension you give to the source code, but you don't specify, otherwise many will use .cpp, right? So there are a lot of compilers to use in C++. So whatever the compiler using, it's not a big issue, right? Here just for just the internet I searched, there are these other best 7 C++ compilers, right? MinGW, GW or GCC, Bolan C++, Dev C++. There are a Visual Studio. You can use Visual Studio, right? So here I am going to use, in my lesson I will use Dev C++. So you can install that one simply. So you can install, here I have installed in my PC. So when you install here Dev C++, you can click that one. The compiler, so in the compiler the text editor also there. All are integrated, the text editor and the compiler all are there. You can click here file, new, source file, or here also you can click, I think you simply familiar this one, click source file. So simply you'll get a text editor. Here you can write your code, whatever you want, right? This is not the real code, right? So just you can type, if you want to increase the text size of this to for the viewable, this is not for the formatting purpose, no. So you can edit option, you can go to tool, edit option. So I'll go to fonts. I little bit increase the font size. So it will be really I can explain the font, right? If you want the line numbers, you can keep the line numbers, right? Here is the line number. Better to keep the line numbers. It's easy to identify, right? The font his size I'll increase here, so it's a little bit bigger, right? So I'll make it 16. That's up to you. You can adjust your font size according to you, right? Go to tools, edit option, go to font. Yeah, the colors also I'll keep these colors, default colors, right? So just I increase the compiler. So this is the compiler I am going to use in my lessons, right? If you are having different compilers, not to worry. You can just, the concept is same. The compilers, right? You can use different compilers, right? So C++ basic syntax. When we consider a C program, it can be defined as a collection of objects that communicate via invoking each other methods. Let us now briefly look into what a class, object and methods and instant variables mean. So for the object oriented also, this object is important, right? Initially we'll see what is an object. Object, right? This is an important thing. Just clearly listen. Objects have states and behaviors, right? Object can have a state and a behavior, right? We will take a real example, a real life example, not a programming example. Here the example a dog. So when you take a dog, it has some states. A dog can have a color, dog can have a name, dog can have a breed, right? So these are the states, right? White dog, black dog, brown dog, right? The name of the dog, the breed of the dog, right? So these are we call states, right? So a dog is an object, so the dog have some states, as well as it have some behaviors also. Dog have some behaviors. Wagging the tail, barking, eating, these are behaviors, right? So keep in mind here, the object can have states and behaviors. I think you understand. So states can be changed. States can be changed. It will be different from one dog to another dog. Brown color dog, black color dog, white color dog. Name of the dog also can be different, right? Breed of the dog also can be different. Alsatian, right? Pomeranian. There are a lot of breeds, right? So it's different from one to one. But the behaviors are same. Behaviors are same. The behaviors won't change for the object. Wagging, all the dogs will wag his tail. All the dogs will be bark. All the dogs will be eat. So keep in mind, in an object, the states will be different or can be different. But the behaviors are the same. Right? So that is the object. So now you have an idea of object. What is object? So now you see a class. A class can be defined as a template or blueprint that describes the behavior or state that the object of its type support. Simply I can say class is the original of the object. So object is the copy. So class is the template or blueprint, the original. So the original also will have the behavior and the state. So object is the copy of a class or instance of a class. Better word we can say instance of a class. Right? So when you take a dog is a class. That is the main thing, class, dog. So you can talk about different other dog of my friend, dog of mine, dog of my neighbors. Like that. So that is the object. So right. Next we take about the methods. A method is basically a behavior. We talked about the behavior. Right here, behavior cannot be changed. Right, wagging, barking, eating. But method is basically a behavior. So method is a behavior in a class or object. A class can contain many methods. It means many behaviors. It is in the method where the logics are written, data is manipulated, and all the actions are executed. So in other words, methods are the behaviors. So in a class, you can have methods. Methods are the behaviors. And methods are same for all. It's right. It won't be different to that particular class. Instant variables. Each object has its unique set of variables. An object state is created by the values assigned in the instant variable. So when you create an instant of the class, that is going to be the instant variable. Right? You will get idea. So initially it's sometimes difficult to understand at once, but this is the thing. Just think a class is the original. Just at the moment, learn like this. Class is the original. If you take an instant or copy of a class, that is we call object. So object or class can have states and behaviors. So the behaviors are going to be the methods, right? For all the behaviors are same for all the classes of object. Dogs, the states are different from one to one, right? Instant variables, when you take a copy or instant of a class, that is going to be an instant variable. Right. Now we'll simply see a simple program. Here see how to write a simple program. The first program to print hello world. To print hello world. So hash include IOStream. We'll see one by one. Using namespace standard. int main. This is a curly bracket. Cout hello world, return 0 and closing the curly bracket. This is the code to print hello world. We'll see what are these. Look at the various parts of the program. The C++ language defines several headers which contain information that is either necessary or useful to your program. For this program, the header is IOStream. The header is IOStream. Input output stream, including previously we talked about there are a lot of libraries. There are a lot of libraries. We talk about there are a rich set of libraries. So one library is this input output stream. So we are including, we are calling, or we are importing, we are bringing those libraries to our program, because in a program there will be input and output. So here we have output. So we need that library, input output stream library. So we should have to, as a header file, we have to include that input output library file. The line using namespace standard tell the compiler to use the standard namespace. Namespaces are relatively recent addition to C++. Using the standard, telling the compiler to use the standard namespaces, right? So mostly these two lines are basically in a program. These two lines should be there, right? The next line with these two slashes, this is it, right? Here, these are two slashes, right? We call that one single line command. It's a command. The program, right? So it's a command, right? This won't be, when you're compiling, this won't be executed. This program is just to make a comment about, or to give a note about this one. So you can put two slashes and whatever you want, you can write it down. Or you can ignore this one. It's a comment, right? The line int main is the main function. The program execution begins. So here int main, this is the main function where the program execution is going to start. So the curly bracket means the program block starts, the main method ends. Here the main method start, the main method ends. So in every program you should have this main method. This is the execution starting point of a program. So this one also a single line command, right? Just explain. They have put a note, print the hello world. This is the code for print the hello world, right? The next line, see out hello world, cause the message hello world to display on the screen. See out. So see out, right, is the print, right? See out is a method in the IO stream library. Just we are calling that method. Otherwise, this see out won't work. To print the hello world. And this we call the statement. This is every statement we have to put a semicolon. The return 0 we are saying to terminate the program, to stop the program. So this is the basic syntax of the program. So you have to type this one. We'll see how to code this one in. So as I told in the previous example, you can open the div C++ compiler. I'll go to file, new, source file. You have to type the code as here, include IOStream, right, using namespace standard. This is the command, right, right. This is the main method. This is the curly bracket main method starts here in see out hello world return 0. Right now I will save this one. Watch carefully. File, save as. Right. For example, I will save this one in my desktop. Right. I will save this one in my desktop. You can save it wherever you want, right? So I'll put C++ class or something. Okay. And open inside and I'll save it, right? Example 1, right? So when you're giving a file name, that is important. Don't give spaces between. So for example space 1. This is wrong. I don't give a space, right? Without space, or put underscore. Example 1, if you want a space, put underscore. No dashes also. It's also wrong, right? Without space or underscore, right? So I'll put example 1. So it says the cpp.cpp will be automatically placed, right? And click save. So I have saved a file called C++. Here I will show that one. I'll go to minimize. Here see in my desktop I save C++ class. Open. Here I have a file called example. It's a C++ source file. Right. Now we have to compile this file. Right. Compile this file to machine language to make it execute. So here you have this compile. Right. You can press F9 for the shortcut or you can click here. Right. So when you say here, it's a the compilation. If there is no errors, if there is an error, it will say the errors. Otherwise, you give compile. Right. Now it's compiled. Now we'll go to the folder. Here, see, when you compile, there will be another file. This is your executable file. This is your application file. Right. So to run the file straight away here, you can compile and run. So here, see, hello world. This is the output. Simple here, hello world. So this is the way to save and compile your program. The C++ basic input output. So in my teaching, I will, so in other C++ programming, they will initially teach only the output. At the end of it only, they will talk about the input. But here in my, I will teach the both. I will say the input also. So then only you will learn, because input and output are everywhere we need, then only we can clearly understand. So we'll see C++ basic input and output. We made output, right? Hello world. Already we made output, that is C out. Right here, there is a C out function in the IOStream class. That is one output, right? So we'll see the input and output. The C++ standard libraries, we talked about, provide an extensive set of input-output capabilities, which we will see in subsequent chapters. The chapter will discuss very basic and most common IO operation required for C++ programming. C++ IO occurs in streams, which are sequence of bytes. If bytes flow from a device like a keyboard, a disk drive or network connection, etc., to main memory, this is called input operation. So the input operation is going to, mostly it's going to be a keyboard, right, or mouse or disk drive or network, right? Mainly the keyboard. Mostly we are going to learn about the keyboard. If you are going to use a input, we will use the keyboard mainly, right? So the output is going to be like the display screen, your monitor screen, printer, disk drive, network also come. You can, when you are sending an email through a network, that is the output to a network. When you are receiving an email, that is the input to a network. When you are seeing on the screen, that is output. So here the mainly we are going to think about the keyboard and the display screen output. So we will see IO header libraries, IO stream. Here that is the one we are going to learn basically. In the we learn include IO stream because we have using Cout, the output. So not only those are available, right? Mainly that is available. Others also IO stream, IO many P, F stream, right? So mostly we use this IO stream. Later in later lessons we will learn those things. So the standard output stream is Cout. We have already learned here. Cout. The predefined object Cout is an instance of O stream class, output stream class. Here the IO stream, O stream in the O stream class, it's a instant, right? Predefined instant object. So this is an object of O stream class. It's a copy of the O stream class, Cout. So it's already in the library. It's already in the library. We are going to call that one. So we can use the Cout. Right? So you can put endl, endl means new line. If you want to go to a new line, you have to print and you have to go to a new line, endl, right? Standard input stream, that is the new thing. Cin, like Cout, Cin is the input stream. The predefined object Cin is an instance of instream class. The Cin object is said to be attached to the standard input device, which usually is the keyboard. The Cin used to conjunction with the stream extraction operator, which is written as the other side, right? This side. For the Cout, we use the other side here. See, operator. It's operator, right? It's operator. We call operator. Right. So see here IO stream using namespace, a variable, this identifier name, Cout, please enter your name. This is the output. So this will be appear in the screen. So when the user is going to use the keyboard and he is going to enter his name. So you're using the Cn, the entered name you are entering into this variable. After that you are printing Cout, your name is name. Your name is name. So the entered name, right? So we will, you can try this example. So you have to try this, we will try this one. You can try, you have to try everything and you have to save it and you have to email to me. Right, open your dev C++ compiler. You can close this one or you can, I will exit. So it will be not complicated. I will go to open again a new one. I'll go file new, source file. I will type the code. You have to type the code here, include the header file, IO stream. Right, please enter your name, Cout. It will be displayed in the screen. So when you display in the screen, the user is going to enter his name. You are taking to the, using the Cn, you are taking to the variable name. Here we have defined a name, right? We will learn this one, what is variable and what is string later. Right, so name. Cout, your name is name. So I will save this one file, save as example 2, right? Click save, compile and run. Here say, please enter your name. So if I enter Ravi, say, your name is Ravi. Took the input and getting the output. I'll press the enter key. Close this one, don't close here, all the application will be, press any key to continue, right? I can run again. If I enter Rani, enter, your name is Rani, press any key, right? So that is the basic input, right? Now you have the exercise you have to do here. This is the exercise you have to do. Example 1. Right now here continuously you have to do enter this one. I will show this one also. Right, I will show the example 2. Go to the dev, file, new, source file. Right, type the code. Here include IOStream, namespace, main method, a variable called name, another variable called age. String is for the words, integer for the numbers. We will learn in those things in later in the second lesson. Right, so this is a number, so that's why integer variable. This is a word variable string. Cout, please enter your name. Cin, taking that name to the variable name. Cout, please enter your age. Cin age. Your name is the name, entered name. Endl and mean next line, end line, right? Next line, it will end it and move it to the next line, right? If you didn't put this line, it will be in the same line. Your age is age, end line. Now I will compile this one. I will save that one. I forgot file. Save as. I will say example 3 and save. And just you can compile. If you have errors, definitely you will get errors. Please enter your name. I'll say Ravi. Please enter your age 25. So your name is Ravi, your age is 25. So just think when you are typing, right, you will get errors, right? You are going to type, for example, you forgot a semicolon, right? You forgot the semicolon. When you compile, it will say the error. Here it's highlight error here. There is a INT, right? Because there is no semicolon, right? So just think if there is error in Cout, you forgot to put T and compile here. Highlight and it's saying COU was not declared, right? So there's Cout, T. So you have to correct the errors, right? And compile if you have, right? Definitely you will get errors, right? Not to worry if you have errors. No worry, correct that one and run. Yeah, enter your name. Kamala, age 45. Your name is Kamal and 45. I hope you enjoyed the C++ programming lesson and learned about the basic input and output in C++ programming. If you didn't subscribe our channel, click on the subscribe button to get the coming lessons. If you have any questions regarding the lesson, please comment on the comment box.